It says in 1 John 3:1, see what great love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God. Giving us our identity, affirming our identity, giving us affirmation that he calls us children of God. In Matthew 6:8, we see the provision of the Father. He says, your Father knows what you need before you even ask him. If you read that chapter in Matthew 6, it says, not only does he know what we need before we ask him, he says, how many of you would that you ask your father for a fish and he gives you a stone or gives you some weird stuff, right? He says, the Father knows if you ask for bread, he gives you bread. Because a father takes care of their children. He says, but your heavenly Father, Patar, he knows you even more than that. Before you even ask him, he knows. 2 Thessalonians 3:3 says, but the Lord is faithful and will strengthen you and protect you from the evil. And it's showing that the Father is our protection. Your father, earthly father, our earthly fathers could only give us so much protection. They can't protect us when we're not in the home. They can't protect us. You know, a father can't be at your school if you're a younger child 24/7, right? They have to go to work or, you know, it'd be weird if a father just followed his child everywhere, right? And so the Father can't do that, but the Heavenly Father, Pater, could be our protector. It says he's our protector. Romans 8:16-17 says, the Spirit himself testifies with our spirit that we are God's children. Now, if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and co-heirs of Christ. So the Lord gives us an inheritance. I know us earthly fathers, we want to do the best that we can and give our kids inheritance that, you know, goes beyond what their means could be. You know, I would love to just have my kids, have them all have houses and, you know, just be taken care of, when my grandchildren will be taken care of. But even though that's my desire, God will give us, the Heavenly Father will give us even a greater inheritance. Because we're not talking about houses and cars. We're talking about everlasting life is what the Heavenly Father gives us. Everlasting life. He gives us an inheritance that our earthly father can't give us.